Sunday for Monday, rain or snow a possibility, the high 40. And for Tuesday, sunshine and colder with a high 28. Overnight low was 19. Yesterday's high was 41. Currently, humidity at 77%. Winds out of the north-northwest at 4 miles an hour. Pressure at 30.55. Right now, sunshine and 23 at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mark Turner there, Mike Dreeth here. We have Kathy Book. I call this the Bookends Week because we had Bill in on Monday. Kathy's here. Next week, it'll be Adam and Aaron on Monday and Friday because we're going to continue the bookend. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Thank you for being here, Kathy. We appreciate it. Always enjoy it. Her mic's not on for some reason.
Oh, maybe.
How's that?
It's on.
Talk, Kathy.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Yes, we can. Boy, what a unbelievable weekend ahead. You're going to have to play Z. You're going to play Z tonight, today?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Friday,
Why
because we
wouldn't
got
I?
to have it for tonight. We got to have Z's rendition of the school song for tonight's game.
Yep.
And
tomorrow.
And then tomorrow, big
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Can't
two
wait.
big games.
Are we going to be okay tomorrow outside? I mean, it's going to be
Outside.
cold.
Oh, well, it's going to be about like it was last week.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I had gloves and I didn't use them last
Yeah.
week.
So
So tonight, what's your prediction?
I'm not going to throw a prediction out there. I don't want to jinx anybody.
Okay. Well, you see, I do that all
I'm
the
not
time.
going to say it in public because I
Okay.
remember what happened to you last year in basketball.
They won't let me back.
It's
Kathy.
going to be close. It's going to be a good game. I think.
That's what I predict.
Yeah.
A
There you
very
go.
good match.
That's a nice non-committal way to be able to approach it.
An exciting match.
And it might be one of those. We haven't seen a lot of games where we've had to play three.
You're right. Even though I really thought I was on the road, but when I heard us get down 7-1 last game,
I was thinking the same thing.
oh my, this is not going to be good. This might be a 3, and they ended up.
I've watched them a lot this year, though, and we have those. We sometimes get those stretches in a game. You know,
Chet called a timeout perfectly on time on that
Yeah.
one. I think.
Yeah.
And
You
volleyball,
coached volleyball, yes?
I shared that little secret with you a minute ago. Yeah, I did because.
Do you have an overall win-loss record that you can share with us?
No. And
Are you on the same par with Coach Snyder? And
I think he just celebrated 400
Yeah.
wins. Yeah, no, I'm
No.
not. I
Okay.
coached for 3 years. For the first 2 years, I was a volunteer, and they paid me on the third year for some reason.
And then
but-
you quit?
Well, somebody better came along. But that was at the time when we didn't have a volleyball team. And I volunteered to coach and get a program started.
You're talking New Hope, right?
New Hope, yeah, New Hope Grade School. So I didn't play volleyball. You know, I was a pre-Title IX.
Uh-huh.
You know.
They didn't
Yeah.
have it.
So they didn't have it then, and but I liked volleyball, and I was willing to learn, and because I did that, the girls got to get out on the floor. You know, I can't say that I coached them well or taught them a lot, but you know, I had a mentor in my sister-in-law, Marilyn. You remember
Yes, of course.
She coached volleyball for a long time.
so what you're saying is when you coached volleyball, you were big on teaching life lessons.
I hope they learned
That's a
something.
nice way to put it.
I
It
hope they
is.
learned something. They got to get out on the floor though, and they got
Yeah.
to play, and we had.
And that's the main thing.
Yeah, they got some experience, and then they got to play when they were in high school, and some of them became really good players. And I had a record that was about 50-50, and I think at least one of those years we had a higher win than loss.
Hey, there's at
record,
least 50% of the coaches out there that can't say that.
so. Probably so.
I believe you're right. I coached
Yeah.
soccer one time. I don't know anything about soccer. But they were motivated.
I coached soccer a couple of years.
I coached
Did-
Scholastic Bowl
did
for
some-
much longer.
Did some soccer coaching, did some volunteer football coaching at one time, and also did a little basketball coaching too.
I loved basketball.
Wasn't very good.
I have one more year of coaching that I almost forgot about, and that was I was a T-ball coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that takes some patience.
Well, I figured I knew enough. It was for Aaron's team, my younger son. You know, Bill already had a team. He came home with 2 teams. I said, well, how are you going to do that? Okay, so I'll take the T-ball team. And I figured I can teach them how to step and throw. I can teach them which way to run. I can teach them. And I knew more about 6-year-olds than he did,
Because when you go to a T-ball game, you see kids that are, I know my grandson, when he played T-ball, he spent a lot of time playing in the dirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
that
paying attention
crazy.
to the game.
Yeah,
I've
and
seen
I
kids
feel like
run the wrong way, run down third base
yeah.
line. I mean,
did I ever tell you? Tell me if I've told this story before. But my first son, I have 3 sons. My first son, I really wanted him to be in sports. Okay, and the first opportunity is soccer. Okay, so Andy, I put Andy on a soccer team, and then I stood on the sidelines for the first game, and he was totally oblivious to where the ball was. Totally oblivious. He just stood out there. Okay.
yeah.
And I found myself to be that horrible screaming parent on the sidelines, and I recognized it. So I went and locked myself in the pickup truck and just yelled at the windshield. Okay, all right. So after the game was over, I took him home. I said, "Son, there's a ball, and you got to go kick it, and there's a net, and that's where you go kick it towards." There wasn't a lot of recognition. So here's what I did. I said, "Here, Andrew, I'm going to pay you a dime for every time your foot hits the ball in the next game." That first half, he was an animal. He's all over the field. He's kicking the ball, So I go over at halftime, and I kind of put my head into the huddle, and I said, "Son, you're doing a great job." And he said, $1.70.
he's keeping
He's keeping
count.
score.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I could get him all the way to the Olympics. It was going to cost me $2 or $3 million, but anyway. But so that's the volleyball game tonight. We have the Veterans Day Parade tomorrow, and that'll be a video live streamed on WFIWradio.com. The Fairfield Police Department and Courtesy Cleaners are sponsoring that, so we're grateful for that. It will not be on the radio. It's only going to be streamed live on our page. So that's, and then the football game. And we haven't done anything to stir that pot.
No, not at all.
I've not become bulletin board material like I did last week with Marquette. I was so happy that we beat Marquette.
We know.
We've established that.
We've established that.
I'm hoping that we do the same
I
thing.
heard that, and I was even out of town. I was out of the state. I was in.
Where were you?
I was in Arizona.
Oh, I
I was
remember
there
seeing pictures
yeah,
on Facebook.
for a wedding, and then we did a little
So
sightseeing.
Marilyn got married.
Marilyn got married. A
God
wonderful
bless her.
guy.
Yeah.
I think they're very happy. Yeah, very happy for him.
Marilyn Book, who just did a wonderful job as a teacher and as the athletic director at the high school. God bless her. I'm so happy that she's happy. But for the football game tomorrow, so I'm going to be there. By the way, the parade, once again, the Bassett Brigade will be like a group of Clydesdales. They will be there to be in the parade. Our entry is something about pause to remember. I don't remember. My wife's doing the banner. So
You know what? You mentioned Clydesdales.
yes.
The song goes in your head, right? You
Right.
need a
Dun, dun,
theme
dun,
song.
dun,
You need a
dun,
parade
dun.
theme song
You're
for
right.
your Bassets.
Yeah.
And
If this is going to become a thing.
I think it's going to become a
Yeah,
thing
you
because
need
we
a theme song.
we were in the homecoming parade, and Cletus, like a Hoover, sucked up 10 Tootsie Rolls on the way. Ate them with the wrappers and all.
He'll probably get just as many this time or more.
He's got an ironclad stomach, and he's fine. So bring on the Tootsie Rolls for Cletus. And if you heard the commentary this morning, I'm suggesting we've got some very special people in convertibles. The World War II war veterans. Step up, give them, shake their hands, salute them. And also, the flag will lead the parade. And
Stand up.
And take your hat off. Put your hand over your heart when it comes by. I know that's sappy patriotism, but that's the way I feel about it.
It works.
In my hand,
Ba 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 bucket a bunk. Ba 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 bucket a bunk. Bucket a bunk. Bucket a bunk. Bucket a bunk. You got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling for the buck.
the WFIW Morning Singers. We're working on some Christmas Bucket of Bunk songs, so stay tuned for that. Birthdays, Joe Flynn. Does anybody know who Joe Flynn was. Does that ring a bell at all?
Does not.
Well, he died at the age of 49 in 1974 in his own swimming pool. He had a heart attack. Maybe this will help you. Captain Wallace Binghamton.
Means
Does that
nothing to
ring
me.
nothing?
Wally Binghamton.
Captain
Captain.
Binghamton.
Captain, military.
No.
Is that from Mr. Ed?
No.
Francis the Talking Mule?
No.
Okay.
McHale's Navy.
Oh, McHale's Navy. Okay.
You remember McHale? Both should remember McHale's Navy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do.
I do. a little bit.
1962 to 1966. And there were two movies of the TV show, McHale's Navy, and McHale's Navy joins the Air Force.
And I think they did a remake of McHale's Navy.
I think
a
you're
very
right.
forgettable remake.
You're
not too
right.
long
And,
ago.
and of course, Tim Conway was on that. Ernest Borgnine. That was a great show.
Oh, it was.
Anyway, he was also in many Disney films. He was in Son of Flubber and The Love Bug. And
Always played a guy who was very nervous.
yes, he was also a regular on The Match Game. Remember that with Gene Rayburn?
I do, yeah.
With the microphone that was 8 feet long, Gene Rayburn. Anyway, Joe Flint died he was born on this date in 1924. I don't know when he died. 1974. Patty Page, 85 years old when she died in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Any remembrances of her real name was Clara Ann Fowler.
She was a singer.
Yes, top charting female vocalist and best-selling female artist
Did
of the
she do,
1950s.
I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure who did. What she did though.
100 million records over 6 decades. She was the singing rage, Patty Page. Yeah, she started work in 1950. Her biggest starting hit was with Eyes Wide Open, I'm Dreaming. Had 14 million singles, 14 million selling singles between 1950 and 1965. She did the Tennessee Waltz. And remember we were talking
We were
earlier?
talking about that, yeah.
Kathy, what would you think to be the state song of Tennessee?
Maybe the Tennessee Waltz. I
It
have no
was.
idea.
We thought it would be Rocky Top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We really
Rocky
thought
Top.
that would
sure,
be
Yeah.
Rocky Top.
Yeah.
did, yeah.
No, it's the Tennessee Waltz by Patty Page. And she also did Doggy in the Window. Remember how much
Yes.
she
Yep.
is that doggy?
Mhm.
She had a hit with that. She's married 3 times. She and her third husband owned a maple syrup farm and business in New Hampshire. But she left us in 2013. Patty Page. Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt. She's 70 today. Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah.
Blues, rock, folk, country, 2 multi-million-dollar sellers, albums. Luck of the Draw in 1991, Longing in the Heart in 1994. My favorite was Something to Talk About. That
Yeah,
was
that's
my
a good
favorite
one,
single. 10 Grammys. And she's clean of all of her problems, alcohol and drugs. In
The demons are gone, huh?
1987, she credits Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's A.N. That's part of the Barnhill Township. No, actually, it's not. Stevie Ray Vaughan, no relation to the Barnhill Township Vaughans. Anyway, she claims he helped her break her substance problems. Married Michael O'Keefe. Now, where does that name come from? Bonnie Raitt was married to Michael O'Keefe, the only husband she ever had between 1991 and 1999. They were married for 8 years. You're on.
I have no idea.
You don't know who that is?
I do not know who Michael.
Oh,
I mean, he's an actor, I know. But I don't-
Caddyshack.
Really?
Noonan. He played the lead role in Caddyshack along with Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. Anyway, they were married for 8 years and then they busted up. Anyway, Bonnie Raitt is number 50 on Rolling Stone's list of the top 100 greatest singers of all time. So that's
Okay.
a nice. November 8th, on this date in 1805, the Corps of Discovery, or as they say in some some parts of the county, the corpse of Discovery. Reached the Pacific Ocean. The expedition was led by William Clark and Meriwether Lewis. The journey began in 1804 in St. Louis on its way west. Did you teach history as a part of your responsibilities,
I
Kathy?
did not teach history until I went to fourth grade, and I had taught social studies, so there was a little bit of history. I taught reading, literature, and English in junior high.
Wonder if Lewis and Clark stopped off in Kansas City for some barbecue.
You know, I'm going to Kansas City next week. I am. I'm going to get some barbecue. I'm going to go
Are you?
there. I'm speaking at the National Association of Farm Broadcasters
Okay.
on Friday morning.
What are you speaking on?
What it takes to put together a good local radio station. Why would they ask me? I'm expecting that kind of laughter there, too.
But it's Kansas City, right?
Yes.
So you're more than 100 miles from home, so that automatically makes you
I'm an expert.
Yes.
I'm doing a 50-minute session.
Wow. You're going to speak for 50 minutes?
I'm speaking for about 25 of it and hope to lead a discussion for the rest of the session. It's a convention. You know, Rita Frazier, who is the morning voice of RFD Illinois.
Right.
She was my prize student when I was a teacher of broadcasting. So she's going to be installed as the president of the National Association of Farm Broadcasters. So she called her old teacher to come and lecture. So that's what I'm going to do while I'm eating barbecue.
Well, congratulations.
Taking the wife with me. We're going to go to a Kansas basketball game, too.
Who are they playing?
Wagner or some
Okay,
loser.
so you're gonna see a win.
A big win, yes.
Yeah.
But we're going to go to Allen Fieldhouse, and that's a great time.
So you're gonna see every player on the team get in.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, in 1954 on this date, the American League approved the transfer of the Philadelphia Athletics team to
The National League.
Kansas City.
To Kansas City.
Kansas City. Now, what happened after that?
They moved to Oakland.
So they've moved twice. 1956 on this date, after turning down 18,000 names, the Ford Motor Company decided to name their new car.
What year was this?
1956. 18,000 names they considered.
18,000.
Wow.
They named it after Henry Ford's only son, the Edsel.
The Edsel.
Edsel
Okay.
Ford. And it was a bomb.
Uh-huh.
I bet you they're pretty collectible now.
They are.
I haven't seen an Edsel before. I don't think.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen them.
1959, Elgin Baylor. There's a name out of the
The
past.
Big E.
Scored 64 points. That was the all-time record until you know who came along.
Will Chamberlain came along. Yeah.
Put 100 on the board. 1965, the soap opera Days of Our Lives debuted on NBC. Going back to that, Elgin Baylor would have had to score those 64 points from all parts of the court versus Wilt Chamberlain, who probably jammed all 100 points or close to it.
Yeah.
So, big difference, in my view. Yeah. November 8th, music history. Cynthia Powell Lennon granted a divorce from John Lennon. They had been married for 6 years. The product of that relationship was Julian Lennon, the only son of those two. 71, Led Zeppelin's album Led Zeppelin was released. The album included the song Stairway to Heaven, and that is the definitive album-oriented rock song. That defines it.
Yep. It does.
That was my prom theme.
No.
Yes. Stairway to Heaven.
Mine was a Chicago song. I can't remember the theme, but I know it was a Chicago. Oh, now it's going to drive me crazy. But yes, Stairway to Heaven, 1971. You're dating yourself. When you say that it was Stairway to Heaven.
It was 76 was my graduating year.
She just goes right out and says it.
Yeah.
Well, the years have been kind to you, dear. I'm just saying
Thank
that.
you.
All right. 1997, Johnny Paycheck officially joined the Grand Ole Opry. He was the 72nd member of the radio show cast. And, of course, he gave us Take This Job and Shove It.
Yep.
Question of the day. Well, it wasn't all that popular. I got one comment, I believe. But it was, the question was this, and it's a fertile topic for discussion, I think. Have you ever unintentionally gotten into an argument on social media? I'm the king of that.
Unintentionally?
No, I'm intentional most of the time. But you're watching on YouTube, I hope, or listening on the radio, 104.9 or WFIWradio.com. And this is Morning Coffee. We'll be back with Kathy Book and the question of the day after this.
Hey, win cash courtesy of Pepsi?
Sure did.
Who you gonna gift it to?
Excuse me?
It does say gift it forward with Pepsi. And it's the season of giving.
I'm not sure. My sister?
Whatever. Gift it forward with Pepsi. For your chance to win, see specially marked 12-packs at your local retailer. Or learn more and see official rules at pepsi.com/giftitforward.
No purchase necessary. Subject to official rules. Must be 18 or older and an official U.S. resident to participate. Void where prohibited.
Exxon and Mobil present How to Be Supremium. First, fill your tank with Exxon and Mobil Supremium Fuel. New Synergy Supreme Plus. It keeps your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. Then get the rest of your car 2 times cleaner. My rims are so shiny they can be seen from space. I saw pictures. So clean your engine with new Exxon and Mobil Synergy Supreme Plus. It's supreme. It's premium. It's Supremium. Fill up today or go to Exxon.com for details.
Synergy Supreme Plus gas compared to Synergy regular gas and poor fuel injected engines. Benefits based on continuous use and may vary.
Farming. It's genetics, what you're made of. It's agronomy, local knowledge and having the tools to put the right product in the right place. It's service, built on trust, grit, and determination. Because what it takes to make the best product is a lot like what it takes to make a farmer. Golden Harvest, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service.
Grow with Golden Harvest Seed through the Golden Advantage program. 0% interest on extended terms. Contact your seed advisor today.
And now, the top 5 reasons to drive for Bestway Express. Number 5, free health clinic. Number 4, paid holidays. Number 3, $1,800 annual safety bonus. Number 2, no hazmat, no jack stand moves, and higher mounted airlines for easier access. And the number 1 reason, you will be home daily. Bestway Express is now hiring for multiple home daily positions. Contact Bestway at 1-833-BESTWAY or bestwayexpress.com.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Gonzalez with People's National Bank. People's National Bank has partnered with Zelle. Zelle is an easy way to send and receive money with family, friends, and others you trust. You can use Zelle today right from your PNB To Go mobile banking app. Money moves directly between bank accounts fast. Stop by People's National Bank today to learn more about Zelle. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. The Zelle service is property of Early Warning Services, LLC. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when President Reagan declared a U.S. victory in Grenada?
Our objectives have been achieved, and American personnel will be leaving.
Jesse Jackson became a presidential candidate.
All the way from the State House to the Courthouse to the White House, our time has come.
A bomb went off in the Capitol building. IBM rolled out its new home computer, the PC Junior. Cal Ripken and Dale Murphy were picked as baseball's MVPs. Heavyweight champ Larry Holmes KO'd Joe Frazier's son Marvis in the first round. And here's what was hot on the radio. That's all the help we can give you, so stay put. The answer and a little bit of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
One thing you can count on at Carnaby Square is style selection and personal service. Check out their Facebook page for 2 new groupings for multiples, red and black or burgundy and navy. Casual to dressy, Slim Stations has added 2 new colors to their pant program, heather gray and heather blue. Great shades available in narrow or ankle lengths, perfect to add to your winter wardrobe. Sometimes all it takes is a great fitting pant or jean to help you conquer the fashion world. Come see the fashion leader girls at Carnaby Square. Open late on Thursday and 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
November 1983. Say.
Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson with Say, 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 the top song of November 1983. This is Bill Stevens for
It's a gobble up the savings super sale at J. Wilderman Autoplex in Mount Carmel. New 2019 model year clearance event, giant manufacturers rebates and dealer discounts. Up to $12,000 off F-150s, $14,000 off Rams, and $7,500 off Renegades. Let's talk turkey with over 300 pre-owned bargains, certified vehicles, low mileage, off-lease vehicles, and over 70 vehicles, $79 to $199 per month with approved credit. Stop by for a friendly buying experience and see all the gobbling good deals at jwildermanautoplex.com.
At FNB, we believe in us, not us the bank, us the farmers, us the families, us the community. That's why we continuously and proudly support, invest in, and volunteer throughout our region. So whether you're from Fairfield, Wayne City, Sisney, Grayville, or anywhere in between, you'll always find a friendly and helpful neighbor right here at home. FNB, Banking Business Life. Member FDIC.
WFIWFM and Ultra Products are bringing back the popular Show Us Your Rack promotion. Now through December 31st, upload pictures of you and your buck to the Show Us Your Rack page at WFIWradio.com. The first 25 photos uploaded will receive a free t-shirt from Ultra Products in Fairfield. On Friday, January 3rd, one lucky hunter will be drawn from all the entries and win a Carbon Express Piledriver 390 crossbow valued at $400. Go to WFIWradio.com for complete details. Good luck, hunters. The NBC News team always makes me think of Tom Brokaw, who I quoted this morning in the commentary.
Yeah.
His book, The Greatest Generation, is a must-read. I quote it on a regular basis because I have such unbelievable admiration for The Greatest Generation. And there's going to be a group of folks at the front of that parade, and there's a lot of people suggesting that as that parade slows, take a moment to maybe reach out and shake one of their hands. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a good idea. Anyway, our question of the day is, have you unintentionally gotten into an argument on social media? 118 votes. There have been more this morning, but that was what I looked at when we were putting together the show. 860 people took a look at it. It was 54% yes that said, yes, I've unintentionally gotten into an argument on social media. So I'm going to just say my piece, and then I'll let you guys. I stopped getting into arguments on Facebook in 2009, 10 years ago. I did it because even if my argument was well-founded in fact, I would never change anybody's opinion. It's impossible. It just never happened. All I did was get more and more into an argument and got more and more angry about it. So I decided I'm not going to do that. And that's the rule that I've adhered to here in putting on Facebook my commentaries. Mm-hmm. I have my say, you get your say, keep it from being personal, and then we just walk away from it. It's fine. There's no need for an argument about it. There.
All right.
Have you slipped into that trap before?
Nope.
You haven't never gotten into an argument online with somebody?
No, I have never gotten into an argument with someone online because I limit my Facebook comments to happy birthday, congratulations, happy anniversary, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I can't do that. I can't.
And is there anything I can help you do?
You post any pictures?
Every once in a while.
Okay. Well, see, I enjoy doing that. Grandkids, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, we'll post pictures, but I don't. There's no argument involved. I don't.
No, there'd be an argument if somebody said something bad about your grandkids. You'd probably jump all over them.
Well, yeah, but I don't put pictures, and I don't put commentary on it. I just said, look at what we did this weekend, and a picture of the grandkids. We took the grandkids to the circus.
I'm going to say this about
social. And I'm like you. It's pictures of my grandkids, vacations, maybe a recipe, and I'm on Facebook a lot.
Oh, you are, because you're advocating a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. Well, so you're on quite a bit on that.
I am. However, I have 3 different pages. Okay. So I have one page that is the healthy lifestyle thing. I quit putting that on my Kathy Book page because I didn't want it to become provocative. I didn't want, I didn't want to be
Mike.
I didn't want to be flooding people. Oh, there she goes again. I just wanted that to be focused at people that might have an interest. So that's that page, and then I've got another page that's involved with the group I teach at the gym, and then there's the page that has my name on it.
And that's where the grandkids go.
And that's where the grandkids and the vacations and the, cute pictures and Bible verses and,
Okay,
things
well, let me
like
ask
that
this. So if you see something that might be generally controversial that's posted, will you give it a like?
No.
No.
Because you don't want your name to be associated with it?
Usually I just hide the post.
I do a lot of that too.
Because, if it's something that I don't want to see, it's just like, I don't want to see that. I'm just going to hide the post so I don't have to see it.
Yeah. I hide or unfollow people sometimes that, don't.
Oh, I did. I've done that too. I got to the point, I've got about, I can think right now, a half dozen people that any time that I saw their post, it was so counter to my way of thinking that it angered me. So I decided
so
I'm
why
not going
be
to see
upset?
them anymore. Yeah. And they don't even know that I don't see them.
Right.
There was a way to go into Facebook and not cancel them or unfriend them. Just make it so that you didn't see their posts. I still see, they still make comments on my page, which is fine. But isn't it amazing that just, maybe a paragraph that somebody puts on is so insightful. It's almost like road rage for me. It gets me all fired up. And I don't want to have Facebook. Facebook for me is I have 1,200, 1,300 friends from my hometown, from Texas where I worked, from St. Louis where I worked, from Southern Illinois where I worked near Carbondale, from people that I went to college. I keep track of hundreds of dear friends and what's happening in their life. That's what Facebook is for me.
And me too. I agree.
When I go to a reunion, I don't have to do 3 paragraphs of where are you. I know because I've been following you on Facebook.
Right.
But I don't put political opinions out there because, like you said, and I don't even comment on other people's political opinions. Agree or disagree.
I don't, my personal social media, I do not do anything like that. But I believe my job for 2 minutes a day here is to have a commentary that spawns discussion, and I post that on the station's Facebook page.
Clearly labeled as opinion, commentary,
Some
editorial.
people, that's confusing to people sometimes. It really is. I mean, I've heard some disparaging things said about our news because of something I've said. Well, that's clearly somebody doesn't understand. The news is completely different than what I do. The news is supposed to be even
objective,
and I don't have to be. I have 2 minutes to say whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
And so that has nothing to do with Jeff Vaughn. That has nothing to do with
when
the
do I
news.
get my 2 minutes to spout off about whatever I want?
You have that microphone every morning. You've got the largest microphone in town, dude. And you can go and do your thing, and I'm not going to give you a rough time unless you do something that's going to really, really cause me some heartburn. But you wouldn't do that. So you're welcome. You want a commentary?
No, not really.
I'll give you one. I was looking at the news today. What do you think is the least favorite Thanksgiving food?
Cranberry sauce.
How about you?
I would say, I know what it is for me, but
and that is what?
Pumpkin pie.
No.
Oh.
How dare
I'm not
you?
a pumpkin fan.
There's your opportunity to be controversial. Say something bad about pumpkin pie on the radio.
I'm not going to say anything bad about pumpkin pie. I just said it's not for me.
Boy, do I love a good piece of...
I like pumpkin pie, but you know what? I'm not... Everybody's all over the pumpkin spice flavor.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
No, not me.
I agree.
Not me.
It is cranberry sauce.
Okay.
The least favorite Thanksgiving food. That's according to a new Harris Poll survey. And it seems to indicate there are a number of foods people don't like, but eat for the sake of tradition.
Really?
Yes. The next is green bean casserole.
Oh.
That's number 2,
okay.
least
Yeah,
liked.
with the crunchy onions on top.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Followed by sweet potatoes, which I love.
We eat sweet potatoes all year round.
But do you do it as far as your Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah, we'll probably have sweet potatoes on the table.
The secret food hate may be why a quarter of Americans say they have no interest in Thanksgiving leftovers. I do. I certainly do.
I've made Thanksgiving pizza before.
No. With
yeah.
turkey on it?
Yeah.
Well, the turkey's too good.
You take your pizza crust, put a little cranberry sauce on the bottom.
Oh, my.
All right. Then you put dressing, turkey, gravy, a little cheese on it, bake in the oven. There's a leftover for you.
Here's a couple of other ones. This was good. This was from a McDonald's in Hilton Head, South Carolina. A South Carolina man claims he got more than he bargained for with his most recent McDonald's order. Parrish Brown told local media outlets that after finishing his sweet tea at a location in Hilton Head, he found 3 bags of weed in his cup. We're talking about marijuana.
Uh-huh.
Brown, who reported feeling odd once he finished the drink, says he thinks workers interpreted him asking for extra lemon as code for marijuana.
Well, how much did they charge him for that?
Do they put lemon in McDonald's
all I ordered,
tea?
all
I
I-
don't think I've ever had a McDonald's tea with lemon in it.
All I ordered was a glass of tea. Why is it $340? I didn't realize they had lemon in it either. Anyway, he asked for extra lemon. He thinks that's the code.
That's code, huh?
He didn't recognize the high feeling because he had never done the drug before. Authorities have since opened an investigation. Ronald looks a little high.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys fans of Alan Jackson?
Yeah, I like Alan Jackson.
He's hitting the road next year. He's celebrating his 30th year. Well, he hasn't aged, has he? Have you noticed?
He has not aged. You're right.
30th year in country music with a new tour. It kicks off on January 10th in Cincinnati, and tickets go on sale on November 15th. There's a big controversy about what's going on with Popeye's chicken. We talked about
the chicken
this.
sandwich thing.
It's a big deal. Angry Americans fight over coveted chicken sandwich.
What?
Yeah. This week, fried chicken hotspot Popeyes brought back their notorious chicken sandwich, a popular menu item which sold out months ago following a poorly executed rollout which underestimated its demand. The sandwich seems to be in plentiful supply this time around, but for some reason, Americans are still losing their minds over it. Earlier this week, a man died after he tried to cut in line at a Popeyes in Baltimore. They've been able to determine preliminarily that this was related to the release of the sandwich at the restaurant. New videos are surfacing from various restaurants depicting Americans getting angry and starting fights over a trivial piece of breaded chicken served in a bun. Now, I was that way about John's Red and White.
Their fried chicken?
Yeah. Don't cut in line when I wanted my fried chicken at John's Red and White. I know that's not on your diet, is it?
No, it's not, and I can't think of a food that I would
Do you ever
hurt
get
somebody over.
Do you ever get the cauliflower crust pizza?
I do. I make it at home, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried that?
Yes, it is. That's good stuff.
It is.
It's at various places here in town, but the one I get is at Classic, and it's mighty fine.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell the difference.
No, you can't.
No.
The crust reminds me of whole wheat crust.
Yes.
Yeah,
The crust,
a little
air pockets
texture
in it. Yeah, little
difference,
texture, little
yeah.
air pockets. Reminds me of whole wheat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something right now that's going to set off a bunch of speakers all around town, okay? This story says that Amazon sells voice-activated Christmas trees.
I have seen those. I've heard of those.
Leave it to Alexa. Tune in WFIW radio. I can hear them going off. Leave it to Alexa to control your Christmas tree. Amazon is selling a voice-activated 7-foot LED tree dubbed Mr. Christmas. It connects to Alexa voice devices so you can turn it on and off, set a schedule, and even switch up the lighting color all by command. The tree sells for $300. It's apparently so popular, it's now out of stock.
Now, I saw one recently. It wasn't voice activated, but you had a remote with it, and you could change the color of the lights on the tree.
Do you have one of those voice activated things in your house?
You talking about
Do
Alexa?
you have an Alexa? Yeah.
There's
Do you have
one. You see my office right over there?
Yeah.
There's one in there, and it's on probably now because I said, Alexa, turn on WFIW radio.
I had one.
Do you have one?
No, I had one.
I got one in
How
my
come
den
you don't
too.
have it anymore?
Because I gave it to somebody.
And tell us why.
You got tired of
Because
were you
why?
being
Because I didn't use
listened
it.
to all the time?
No, I didn't use it. Actually,
Yeah.
it's set in a drawer for 3 months, unplugged.
You know what?
I don't have one and I don't want
somebody
one.
said, I'm thinking about buying Alexa. I said, well, don't buy one. I got one here I can give you.
Let me tell you what happened last night. I was watching a YouTube video on my phone of an address of the president. Okay? And he said, I think the word he used was, seriously.
Oh.
My phone kicked to
Siri.
Siri because of
Oh.
it was listening to, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Wow.
got my phone listening to me. I think that's enough.
Yeah. I have one in my den and I have one in my office. And when I'm working or something like that, I might want to hear something soothing. So, it'll play off of my phone and the music I have on it.
All right.
Okay, so we got questions?
Oh, I have
You
some
have-
questions.
okay.
Yes, I have
Yes,
some
yes,
questions.
he was
I'll
prepared.
save mine for another
Put yours
day.
back
Yeah,
in
you
the
can use
bucket.
yours tomorrow.
So
Okay.
remember, what you're doing is you're giving us the questions.
Okay.
You're not giving us
And
the
you
answers. right
probably expect this to be something like exercising
No,
or
no.
how many vegetables you should eat or anything
We
like
expect
that.
that it's going to be entertaining from you.
Okay. Well, I told you I was in Arizona
Yes.
over
Yeah.
the weekend. Visited the Grand Canyon.
Oh, good.
It's my third trip there. I hope it's not my last. It's just something you can just sit and just
Was
look
the weather
at.
good?
The weather was good, yeah. And we were on the West Rim, we were on the South Rim. So it was anywhere from, as we watched the sunrise over the South Rim, it was 39 degrees. Did some hiking, and then, but when we were on the West End, it was 70. It was sunny, nice.
Wow.
Okay, so here, question number 1. What's the average depth of the Grand Canyon? These are all Grand Canyon questions.
Okay.
What is the length of the Grand Canyon? And I've got multiple choice here. Less than 100 miles, 100 to
I'm glad you got
150
multiple
miles,
choice.
Yeah, we're going to need it.
150 to 200, or greater than 200.
All right.
All right, here's question 3. How many people have died riding a mule down the canyon? We walked right past the corral where the mules were, but didn't ride one. Number 4, what?
Probably not after you found out how many people had died.
Yeah.
What is the? I know I looked that stat up later.
Okay.
What is the most dangerous animal in the Grand Canyon based upon number of ER visits that they're responsible for?
I think I've got an idea on that.
I think I know what it is. That's the last question.
Yeah.
Number 5, who named it Grand Canyon? Number 6, what river runs through the canyon?
Okay.
I think I know that one, yeah.
Good, yeah. And number 7, back to the guy that named the Grand Canyon. What was his outstanding physical feature? There was something different about him. Number 8, what president is given credit for the creation of the national park at the
I know
Grand
that.
Canyon?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. How long does it take? Oh, let's see. Oh, where is the glass bottom skywalk found?
The glass.
The glass bottom
Bottom
skywalk,
skywalk,
where you can
yeah.
walk out on the glass.
You might be able to. I'm not
Yeah.
sure I
Well,
would.
Did it.
They got one in Gatlinburg now, too, in the Smoky
Oh, yeah?
Mountains. Yeah.
It, like the Sears Tower, the Willis Tower,
Oh, yeah.
isn't there
That
one
one's
up there
cracked.
too? Oh, you're
That was-
kidding.
no, it was cracked. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Last question. How long does it take to hike to the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
Ooh. Okay.
All right, that's it.
All right. Kathy Book's with us. She's got the questions. I don't think we're going to have many answers, but we might try. We'll have the peanut gallery right outside the door.
We'll give it the
I bet
the old college
your news
try
guy
this
knows
morning.
a lot of this
Well,
stuff.
yeah, because he's New Hope. He's a New Hope educated. That's why you're giving
Some of these are Scholastic Bowl rich
Oh,
questions.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back with more after this.
Now is the time to visit Tupper's Guns and Firearm Repair, located at 146 Industrial Park Drive in Grayville, Illinois, right behind Dollar General. With an in-house machine shop, Tupper's can service all of the major brands and are fully licensed and insured. Tupper's stocks both new and used firearms, including handguns, rifles, shotguns, and more, with layaway available. When you think of guns, think of Tupper's, committed to supporting your Second Amendment rights. Call Tupper's at 618-302-2264. That's 618-302-2264.
My two boys are quite the pair. Last week, they decided to see who could do the best dive into a giant pile of leaves. Let's just say I'm glad we have a family plan from Health Alliance. I know we're all covered if anything happens. They also offer free virtual visits, so I can hop on my phone with a doctor instead of waiting at the ER. Need coverage for your family? Then get insurance for real life. Get Health Alliance. Find your plan at healthalliance.org/plans.
Get on target with Ultra Products. With over 47 years of experience as a full-line archery store, they have all your hunting needs, including bows by Elite, PSE, Bear, Diamond, crossbows by Raven, Mission, Barnett, 10-Point, Horton, and Excalibur, ammo, tree stands, clothing, mud boots, and much more. Call them at 842-5796 or hunt for them 2 miles north of the Fairfield Huts, behind the White House with the white fence. Open 8:30 to 6 weekdays and 8 to 12 on Saturdays.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Before going on vacation, you need to know what to pack. Preparing for your financial future is similar. Without proper planning, you could very well be left out in the cold. I can offer you a variety of investment strategies designed for your specific needs. Call me, Chris Conard, at 842-7855, located at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned. Give us a like on Facebook.
Fairfield area weather forecast calling for partly cloudy skies today, high 38. Clear tonight, low 20. Sunny and 50 tomorrow. For Sunday, partly sunny, high 58. Rain or snow likely on Monday, high 40. And for Tuesday, sunshine with a high just 28 on Tuesday. Overnight low was 19. Yesterday's high was 41. Currently, humidity at 83%. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 5 miles an hour. And the pressure at 30.55. Sunshine right now, we've got 25 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar looks good as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation. Radar weather brought to you this morning by the Conard Financial Group.
Oh, we're back on Morning Coffee on a Friday before a big weekend here in Fairfield with a Veterans Day parade and volleyball tonight. The hope to go to state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're in state. They're in the last 16 right now, right? Sweet
the last
16.
8.
I think
the
we're
last
elite.
8.
We're
elite 8 now.
We're not
all right,
sweet anymore.
all right.
We're
Then,
elite.
and then we've got football. It's going to be fun out at the old train yard. I'm predicting a one train day. I'm just putting it out there.
All right.
A one train day. All right.
Questions? All right.
Grand Canyon trivia.
Number one, what is the average depth of the Grand Canyon?
I'll say 2 miles.
Depth, you mean from
Depth.
the top to the bottom?
Top to bottom.
I'm going to go with 793 feet.
Oh, precise.
What's out there?
1 mile.
1 mile.
Yeah, 1 mile.
That was twice
it's from 2,400 feet to 7,800 feet, and a
Yes.
mile being 5,280.
Okay.
All right. So number 2 was the length. Choices.
And your newest choices, okay.
Less than 100 miles,
Mm-hmm.
100 to 150 miles,
Mhm.
150 to 200 miles, or greater than 200 miles, from one end to the other.
I'm going to go with the option C.
150 to 200?
You know, that's where I was going.
It is 200 plus. It is 270.
Oh, we learned the other day. Always go with D.
Oh,
That's what we should do.
277 miles. And it takes, I'll tell you, it takes about 4 hours to drive from the west rim to the south rim.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, the Scholar Bowl guy knew that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. All right. Now, number 3, how many people have died riding a mule down the canyon?
I'm going to take a guess out there in the.
I'm going to say 100.
100? No guess?
I'll say 50.
The answer is 1.
That's all.
1. And he was a mule trainer who was crushed during a fall. And I don't think it was a fall down into the canyon. I think it was a fall on the trail.
You mean
Yeah.
the mule fell on him?
Yes. Just 1.
Okay.
Just
I wonder
one.
how many mules have
So
died.
those are pretty dependable mules out there.
Well, they won't die if they have a cushion to fall on.
All right, number 4 was the most dangerous animal.
The mule?
The most dangerous animal based upon the number of ER visits that
I'm
they
going to
caused.
say snakes, like a rattlesnake.
That's a good,
how about
good choice.
that?
Snakes?
I'm going to go with snakes.
The answer is squirrels.
Squirrels?
Yeah, there's a rock squirrel out there. There are mountain lions, there are black bears, there are elk and deer, but the rock squirrel causes more ER visits.
You're talking
they bite
about
people.
aggressive
Yeah,
squirrels?
and you know why?
People
because
try
people,
to.
they'll look and they'll go, oh, that's a cute.
Isn't he cute?
Let me squeeze his cheeks.
Or feeding. Try to feed them, and they get bitten. They get bit.
Leave the squirrels alone, man.
Yeah. And we did see one, and it came right up to the people.
That's because people feed them.
Probably so.
That's right. They're probably trained.
Okay, what's the river that runs through? You know this.
It's the Colorado River, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
Colorado River.
Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah. Who is given credit for naming it the Grand Canyon?
I would hope that it was probably some sort of Indian name that got translated.
I'm thinking it was Brigham Young.
No.
Nope.
John Wesley Powell. The guy in the hallway knows this answer.
Oh.
Yes, John Wesley Powell. He led the first expedition into the canyon in 1869.
You believe Jeff Vaughn knew that?
Maybe we should just leave and let
He
him
charted the course of the river in 1891 to 92, the Colorado River. John Wesley Powell. And what was his outstanding physical feature? Something different about him. No, not.
Is that a beard?
Not a
He
beard.
had taxi cab ears.
He walked with a limp.
He had only one arm. So you want to explore the Grand Canyon and go down the river with only one arm.
Shoo.
So yeah, he was a war veteran. I'm assuming Civil War, since it was 1869 when he first. All right, president. What president is given credit for the creation of the national park at the Grand Canyon?
Teddy
Yeah,
Theodore.
that's what I'm thinking too.
That is correct. However,
Bully,
this is
bully.
somewhat interesting here. He first saw the canyon in 1903, knew he wanted it to be protected. In 1906, made a presidential proclamation to make it a game preserve because he did not have a cooperative Congress.
They didn't want to do it.
They didn't want to do it for him. In 1809, he changed it to, he made another presidential proclamation to make it a national monument. Congressional approval didn't come through till 1919.
After he's out.
So it's been 100 years since it's been, that national park's been there for 100 years. Or it's been a national park for
It's a
100
national.
years.
It's a treasure.
It is. It definitely is. All right. How long does it take to hike to the bottom of the canyon?
Well, according to Tom, one episode for
One
the
episode
Brady,
of the
the
Brady
Brady
Bunch.
Bunch went
Yeah.
down in one episode. That's
Well,
a
they
half
were
an
on-
hour.
They were on mules.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
I'm thinking 6 hours.
That's a pretty good guess. Yeah. It could. It'd probably take me. It says 4 to 5 hours is the average. And there are actually like 3 different trails you can hike down.
If I got a head of steam up going down, I could do it in a lot less time. In fact, if I got off my feet, I could probably roll
I was
down.
going to say, you wouldn't be walking, you'd be rolling.
It's switchback after switchback after switchback. So even though it's a mile down, it's about an 8-mile hike by the time
because
you.
you're weaving back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
Okay.
And then it's 15 miles coming up.
And yeah, how long does it take to hike out of the canyon?
Oh, now the question is, if I hike down the canyon, is there somebody that can come down and pick me up and drive me up to the top?
There's no driving. No.
Is there a mule?
In an emergency, yeah. And that's why if you do hike down, I've never done this. We did a trail. We went part way down. We were under time constraints.
Okay.
And
'Cause
you
you don't
have
wanna
to
be-
allow twice as long to hike out as you do to hike down.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I see
so
that, yeah.
we just hiked down for 30 minutes, hiked back up. There are like 3 trails that go down. You can camp down there. There's a lodge down there
On the bottom.
at the bottom.
Son of a
Yeah,
gun.
yeah. So you can
I would
stay
like to work
overnight
there and have to hike there every day.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'd like to make it to the bottom sometime. Have to have more time.
Was that 10?
That was
That's
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Thank
long
you.
does it take to hike?
That was good. I enjoyed that.
All right.
All right, so here's the deal. We've got victory on our mind here, right?
Mm-hmm. You got to play the song.
And we need to have somebody lead us in that victory chant. First of all, I want to thank Kathy for being here. The end of bookend week, and I was kidding. Adam and Aaron won't be on next week.
That we know of.
That we know of. That doesn't matter. That could change. But thank you for being here. We appreciate you. All right, time for us to get ready for football and volleyball.
A 1, a 2.
Onward Fairfield, march right down that line. Take the ball, we want to score a touchdown, 1 or more. Rah, rah, rah. On to victory, fight for school and fame. Fight, fellows, fight, and we will win this game.
Hey!
Go Mules!
Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. 5 showrooms, pictures, and prices at boydfurniture.com. And follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The invitations are out, but no one's knocking today.
In the impeachment probe, the 2 invited guests not expected to show up. The big name, acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney, subpoenaed last night, but he is still not expected.